Today we're going to be comparing the 4MYTU carry-on luggage. This is a domestic size called the bigger tank and the base domestic size luggage. They both have some things in common. They both have really interesting handles, and they also both have great wheels and two totally different but very organized systems for packing inside. This one being a clamshell and this one being a top open. I'll show you the features of each and how they pack differently. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Maria, and on this channel we talk about where to go, what to wear, and how to get it there. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, please subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. We'll go over the outside features and the interior features. So we're gonna go ahead and do a pack, and you'll see what fits in each one, and if all the same stuff fits in each bag. It has a nice dust bag that it comes with, and the dust bag is completely biodegradable. You can even use it in your garden. One of the things that I really like about this brand is that they're really concerned about being sustainable, and the production is 100% renewable solar energy. It's actually really pretty. I love this blue color. I'm usually a pink girly, but this delicate blue is really nice. I love this. 4MYTU is a shortcut for my tour, like T-O-U-R. They provide luggage that's really good for touring and travel. This is the domestic tank carry-on. It's called the bigger tank because they have a smaller size and a larger size. 4MYTU offers 100-day hassle-free returns, a lifetime warranty, and free fast shipping. This is the delicate blue color, but it does come in 7 other colors as well. This is the handle that's very unique. So it holds your coffee or a water bottle. It can hold your tablet or phone. It also has a hook so it can hold your purse. So it's definitely multifunctional. The handles pull out really easy and far, but they actually stay pretty flat to the top. And then it has the TSA lock on it as well. This side handle you can see is really flat also, but it pulls out of the grooves, and so you get a nice comfortable handle, but then it goes right down flat so it doesn't take up extra space, which I like. This is another feature. It has this on the bottom, so when you pick it up and like say you want to put it on your luggage rack, you have another handle. This is the pro bag part where you can put your laptop and stuff like that. And so you can see it has this mesh zipper here, another mesh zipper here, and then on this side, this is where the laptop would go. And you've got 2 compartments, one here and then one here. The lining feels so nice, and it's also recycled materials. I think it's recycled plastic water bottles, but it feels really nice. It's a luxurious lining I didn't expect. And then it has this, I guess this could hold like a phone or something. It's an elastic thing here. Another feature of this particular part, there's zippers on these. So if you don't want it to stop short here, you can unzip these. So this can open like a clamshell or butterfly flat open. So then you can see this. They're very sturdy, but they are mesh. One of our free gifts. And you can see this side. This feels so nice. Surprised me. So from here, this is also how you can enter the actual inner part of the suitcase. I think it's really cool that you don't have to open the whole suitcase. If you wanted to open something in the airport, you could grab, if you had a jacket or something in here, you could do it like that. So let me close this and show you. There are only 2 zippers. There's the expandable zipper that you can see here. It expands to about 35% more space. You can see this is the only other zipper section. You open that and then you can do this like that. When you open this up like this, more of a waterproof mesh. It looks like mesh, but it actually has a plastic coating on it. You get a pretty large space there that you can put stuff in that's waterproof. And here, this is Velcro. You could unzip this pouch. You can see this is the USB cord that you can plug in a charger, and then you can charge your phone from the outside of this case. It has a zipper on this side, which is a pretty decent sized pocket actually. Another zipper on this side. Again, it's a pretty big pocket. And then this comes all the way out, and you can use this as a divider in between the suitcase. It does have a compression strap, and you can use this for a compression pad as well. This zips. This is actually regular mesh, not waterproof. And this has 2 of the other little free gifts that come with it. But this is a pretty big space, and I love that you can use this to compress it underneath this part too. I'll demonstrate when I'm packing so you can see how I put my clothes down under there and then press it down to compress the clothes. So this is going to zip up the actual interior of the bag like that. So aside from the really pretty color, you can see it just has a little bit of the logo 4MYTU here. This zipper is like a double zipper. It's not susceptible to breaking, and they're also not susceptible to somebody poking it to break into it either. So TSA lock, and you just use this little pin to set it and click to unlock it. When you put your code in, I still have mine set to 0. So in addition to the TSA locks, it also has this, which is for USB and a USB-C port connector. So you could use both. These are the wheels. So they're double skateboard wheels, and these are patented also. They are really cool looking and durable. They glide really easily too. You can see the trolley handles on the back are flush, but they come in from the outside so that inside you have more space to pack in, which is a really good idea. I love how they did that. It looks nice and streamlined. This goes like that, and then you kind of could click it up and hang something from it. I've got a few different water bottles to test out. This big guy does not fit. This water bottle fits, but you would have to have it lower down. If you have the handle down this way, it will hold the bottle in there because it's got this on the bottom. If you put it up higher, it needs to have a wider top on the bottle or the cup in order for it to stay in there. They sell one on their website that's perfect, and it matches this blue color too. If you have this handle up and you had your backpack with you, you could set it on there in the front instead of traditionally over the back. If I turn this back down so it's flat and flush, my backpack is fitting over this. Some bags might be easier to get over it than others because of this handle part. As far as being comfortable, if you had this in here, you could still maneuver it while walking through the airport like that. And what I would do is probably put my backpack on there, and I can cruise around with my drink and a hand-free to text or whatever. If I'm at the airport and I wanted to grab a quick coffee or something like that, would you put it down if you don't have a table next to you? So you can just put this like that, and you can eat a sandwich. You don't have to worry about holding everything, like holding this and trying to eat with just one hand. So that is a very cool feature. I also like that it can hold a bag or an umbrella or your coat from this hook. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about that, and I'm impressed. I really think that was kind of genius. They do have a patent on the handle. So also, besides the phone and the cup, it also fit your iPad. Now let's compare a little bit to base. The base one does have multiple stopping points for the trolley handle as well. You don't see the handles, it's inside back there. It does have a nice pink handle. The one thing that's great about this base handle is the cushion. So if you have to bring this around for a while, it does have that nice cushion on it. In fairness, the base bag does have this that pulls out, and you can put another bag on that as well. So both of these have a hard shell luggage that's made out of polycarbonate. 4MYTU is 100% recycled. I think Base might use recycled in theirs, but I don't think it's 100%. If you know, please leave a comment below. The Base one also has the handles. I feel like these stick out a little bit more, and they're not as easy to get your hand in and out of. And I'm little, so I think that was something to consider. It also has the TS lock on it, Himimoto wheels. It's a silent run. This little thing here is an indicator light. If your bag weighs more than 50 pounds, this light will turn red, saying that you're over 50 pounds. So I never really use that feature. With a carry-on, you really don't need that. You can't really fill a carry-on to be over 50 pounds anyway. But it also has the expansion, so you can bring home a lot of souvenirs. It comes with some free gifts too. I'll show you the inside of this one really quick, and then we'll get into the free gifts that come with these. So obviously, one of the big differences between these two suitcases is that this one is a clamshell opening, and the 4MYTU is a top load. So this one takes up way more of a footprint if you're trying to unpack in a small space or anything like that. It's a little more challenging. It does have some really good organization though, and a waterproof pocket as well. This has these compression straps. It has this compression pad and nice organization because you can put stuff on this side. It has the mesh zipper on this side. You can put stuff in. And this is removable on this side. A little zipper compartment here that you can fit a few things in. But now for the free gifts. They both come with 2 additional bags. One that is like a shoe size. You might use it for a pair of shoes or dirty clothes. Keep it separated from the bigger size, which I'm going to just show you for comparison. And I have to say, this material on the 4MYTU is the same as the lining inside, and it is really nice. It feels so buttery smooth. And I do like that the drawstring on these is a lot less clunky than this one. I'm not sure if you can see, but this one it's got like these thicker. This one is just a little more elegant. But anyway, those are nice. I love that they come with those, and it matches the interior of both of the bags. In addition to these 2 bags, 4MYTU also gives you a luggage tag, and it matches the bag. So that's pretty cool. I will have to put that on there. No luggage tag comes with the base. Let's get to the weights and measurements. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh these. We'll get started with the 4MYTU. 8.8. And now the base, it's coming up the same, 8.8. Try this one, 8.9. So on this one, it's coming up 8.9. So on both scales, they're coming up pretty much the same. They're about the same size. I'm going to do the actual measurements, but they do look pretty close. Like I said, they're both domestic size suitcases. The wheels seem like they're about the same. So we're going to be measuring these from the wheels all the way up to the handle, and on the sides for the width all the way to the handle as well. And now for my measurements, 22.5 by 14.5. Depth-wise, about 9.8. And the base is more like 23, especially. Might even be a little bit higher than 23 when you include this handle. 14, more like 15 with the handle. And then depth is about 9.5. You can see the top open takes up way less of a footprint than the clamshell style. This could lean up against a wall or something. So this one comes up higher. So if you're taller, that might be better. If you're short, it goes down to whatever you want it at. We want our lives to be like a dream, but we can stop. Very, very smooth. Okay, so now I'm gonna pack the base to see how the stuff fits into this one. Then we'll compare it to the 4MYTU. So I've got a couple of packing cubes here. This one has 5 tops, 3 bottoms. These are 2 medium-sized packing cubes. In between these slats, you can see that there's space, especially on this one. That takes up about 1 inch at the bottom of this one, just to compare it to the 4MYTU.
Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's light in every room. Now they're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people, let's be new people. There's summer.
So I actually do have this on a luggage rack, and it can be a little bit heavy and cumbersome depending on how much I have in here. And there we go. So this one is all packed, and now I'm going to transfer it and see what fits in 4MYTU. I'm going to take this out and pack some of this similar to how I did the other one. This is like one of those little charging banks. It has a USB cord that you charge it in here, and you can just stick it in the zippered pocket that's right here. There's still space for other stuff too. Up here, the power feeds so you can charge it from the top of your suitcase, which is pretty cool actually. Similarly, these slats, because it's farther back on the suitcase, you only get like 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch instead of an inch on the other. These are smaller. Actually, this is my compression pad, but like I did in the other one, I'm gonna put my underwear in this one because they can lay pretty flat, or you could use a separate packing cube. But see how it's so flat like that? I love that. I wanted to show you a little hack. This is the compression pad, and I love that this comes out because what I do is I usually pack my underwear in there, and then I take a pants hanger and clip it on, and then I hang it up in the closet. It's nice and flat in your suitcase, so it doesn't take up much space. Then you don't have to put your underwear and stuff like that in a drawer. I just rather not use the drawer for my underwear and stuff. Another hack is you can take the bags that have these drawstrings on them for your laundry or your shoe bag, but you can just hang them up in the closet so you don't put them on the floor or anything, and you can just use these to put your dirty clothes in. but have them hanging also. Then you don't have to go in and out of your suitcase repeatedly to put dirty clothes in there. You have them already hanging out. I'm gonna set this to the side for a minute. Get these packing cubes in here. I've got these socks. I might put my pajamas in this pocket here. It'll get pretty easy. Okay. Then these other bags, I usually separate my dirty clothes and I'll put like my socks and underwear in the smaller one. I reserve the bigger one for larger items when I'm going to retire them and not wear them anymore on the trip. I'm gonna set these in this side pocket so I know where they are when I need them. Let's see. You can see that this does fit on my luggage rack perfectly. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pack the front compartment and see what else I can fit in there. I'm gonna unzip these so it's easier to pack. So in the top part, I'm gonna put some cords that I might wanna get on the plane. And then I've got a little agenda I might put in here. Maybe a couple pens would fit in there also. On this side, I'm gonna go ahead and undo this. In this shorter pocket, I'm gonna put my iPad, and then in this back pocket behind it, my laptop. This folder will fit back there too. Since I do still have room, I could just set this in here on top, or if I wanted to, I could unzip this and secure it in there so it stays closer to it. I've got all of my stuff that I need. So I am going ahead and zippering this part up after all, and then close everything in. Awesome, so I was able to fit everything in here. I still have some storage space left over, so I'm not missing any room using this suitcase, but it does take up half the size of the footprint. What's nice is that I don't have to physically pick up half of the suitcase to get in and out of it every single time, because I do like to close my suitcase when I'm not using it, so I can easily get in and out of it without it being a physical struggle to lift it back and forth and have it be lopsided and stuff like that. So those are some of the benefits that I do really appreciate about having a top load suitcase. I have to say, I switched over to hard-sided luggage because when we were going to Paris, there was actually a bed bug thing going around all of Paris, and so I was looking up ways to not get bed bugs in my clothes, and hard-sided luggage was recommended. So I kind of been sticking to the hard-sided luggage since then. And the one thing I miss is having this outer pocket for a jacket or my tote bag, so I have easy access without having to get into the whole bag. So I'm really excited about that. And then just we struggle with opening it to get things in and out. Like if we're moving hotels every couple of days, you're constantly having to struggle with your suitcase. That can be sort of annoying. So I think I'm going to take this on my next trip because of that, and because I do like that outside pocket. And I probably will take my laptop on the next trip too. I'm going to take my jacket and put it under this part, like on top of my clothes that I have under the compression. I'm just gonna stick that on top. I can still access it pretty easily. Won't take up as much space because it's folded longer out. Yay! Okay, so that's great. Because it is so deep in there, I wanna try just another way of pack, like putting these things in this way, vertically, and like my toiletries bag. So I've kind of got like packing cube, my toiletries bag, one pair of shoes, two pair of shoes maybe, and then this, and that actually might even be better. So that actually does work too. It has this outer pocket that does not take up the depth of your actual packing space, which a lot of this style bag that has a front pocket like this dips into the actual packing space, and this one didn't, so I was really happy with that. I'm not sure if you would ever really want to bring a motorcycle helmet, but it does fit in there, and it will definitely zip. It's deep enough to accommodate something that bulky. I'm gonna go ahead and expand it. So you can see it gets 35% more space when it's expanded. I would say the expansion is about the same on both of these, actually. Now that you've seen both, let me know in the comments which one you would pick.